Let's talk about politics, but in a fun, hypothetical way. So imagine ancient society. You are a family that is settled down by the river, and you are starting to grow your family, and people have to use the bathroom. People have to pee. One day, somebody in the family pees in too close to the food and gets pee all over the food. And so we can all agree, I hope we can all agree, you institute two very simple rules. Two very simple rules. The first rule is you cannot pee in the food. Don't no, Nobody can pee in somebody else's food, right? We can all agree on this. But that person is like, well, I had to pee. And so they're like, everybody should be allowed to pee. Two simple rules. Do not pee in somebody else's food. But everybody should be allowed to pee. And that works. The village starts to grow. Now we're a couple families merged together, a couple hundred people. The camp is getting bigger. We start to notice that certain people are peeing in the river. And the people that pee in the river are the people that live upstream on the river. And so we say, okay, you can't do that because now the water, we're starting to notice. But the people there are like, well, the outside of the camp is too far, right? Like I can't hold my pee for like an hour while I walk. Imagine we're this big. So we all agree, we're going to dig ditches. We're going to dig places where people can pee and other things. Now, the question is, who should help? So let's say we've got four families, family A, family B, family C, family D. Family A, and they all agree, everybody should help. And so they start with family A. They dig ditches for family A, which makes life for family A much easier. What would it be? Would it be fair if family A said, well, we have our ditches, right? We're done. We're not going to help family B, C, or D dig their ditches. I think we can all agree that that would not be fair. That the fair thing would be for if everybody benefits, right, and everybody's pitching in, then everybody should get ditches so that they can use the bathroom, so they can go pee. All right, so now we've got all these different ditches and our village is growing to thousands. Enough so that certain families can specialize in doing certain things. And there is one family, XYZ, that grows the food. Family XYZ grows rice. And they're growing more and more rice, so they're taking over more and more land. And they realize that family ABC, even though family ABC has been there for a very, very long time, family ABC's ditches are now contaminating the rice. You get together. What do you do? What do you do here? Do you tell family XYZ, well, just stop growing rice, right? Do you find a different place to grow rice? But maybe this is the best place to grow rice. If family ABC is going to either have to move or dig better ditches, right? Line the ditches or whatever, right? Who should be responsible? Who to help? Money has not even been invented yet. Who should be responsible to help? Should it be family XYZ who needs that land for more rice? Should it be family ABC whose house it is and whose quote unquote land they are using? Or should it be the entire community because the entire community benefits from family XYZ growing rice? I think it should be the entire community, right? Everybody benefits from this rice and therefore everybody should pitch in to help solve this situation. Now, tens of thousands of people, right? We've figured it out. We've resolved it. Tens of thousands of people. We've grown this into a mini little city. And all of a sudden, we start to notice that there is an increasing amount of trash and poop and pee coming upstream from the river. So we send a group of people upriver and they find another settlement. But this other settlement has been for months, maybe even years, increasingly damaging our community. They don't know. They don't know this. We don't necessarily speak the same language. We don't have the same culture. They wear different clothes. And we notice that technologically, there's not as many of them, and they don't have as good a stuff as we do. What should we do? If we think, right, like we could easily just go over there and force them to stop, force them to obey our rules because our rules are benefiting more people. Is that morally correct? Tough, right? We can't let them, or, we cannot survive, our community cannot survive as long as they are pouring trash into our community. I would like to think that we would go with the heart and the intention and the patience to learn how to communicate with them and to incorporate them into our community. But what if you don't have the time for that? What if there are people dying from that pollution already? Now, we've resolved it somehow. Our settlement continues to grow, hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people. And all of a sudden, this large group of people emerges from downstream. They show up. And we learn to communicate them, and we realize that the reason they've all shown up is because our trash and our poop and pee has made it impossible for them to live where they once were, which is downriver. What do we do about it then? What is our moral, legal, political, what do we do with this information? Do we say, too bad, right? Too bad, right? You don't live with us. Or do we incorporate them into our society because we realize that we are responsible for their suffering, even though we did not intend to? This is basic human structuring, morality, philosophy. Like, these are the questions that I think that humans have faced, and how we answer those questions today, how we think the right and wrong things or the efficient things or the just what if we were running the show, what would we do in those situations? I think will show a lot of us where the political divides are in our modern world. So feel free to debate in the comments. And yeah, but I do hope that we can think about these things on a human level.